All right, let's talk about lettering and how to create it. This is a sample of the project we're going to be working on with lettering. So I am going to show you some how to do lettering on practice paper. That I forgot to get ready, okay? Now, to do lettering, the first thing you want to do is to work with stick letters. What's going to happen is a stick letter is going to form the shape of the letter. So let's say if I want to do an N, I'm going to do a stick letter. And you don't have to do it as dark as I am. I just want to make sure that you can see it. So there's my stick letter. And what's going to happen is when I'm done creating lettering, I should be able to erase that stick letter. If you cannot erase the stick letter, you probably used it in your design, okay? Now, what I want you to practice first is bubble lettering, which is just basically going around the letter, because that's how you create lettering. So I'm just going to go around the N. And you notice I'm not touching that stick letter at all. So now I have a bubble letter. So if I wanted, I could erase that stick letter. Now, if you have letters like A's and R's, they have insides. And what you want to remember is that you have to go on the inside too. None of your letters should be touching that basic stick letter. And this is called our lettering cheat. And you just go around the letter. So the entire stick letter is still there, and I can erase it. Gonna go inside, around, and now this is how I create basic bubble letters using the stick letter as a cheat. So once you get doing bubble letters down, then you want to make more interesting letters. So now I can change my letter into something. So let's say I have the letter B, got the stick letter. I'm going to make it into a fluffy cloud. So I'm just going to go carefully around the outside edge. And you notice I'm going slow and neat. Boom. And then on the inside as well. And the insides are important because otherwise you won't be able to see the letter when you're done. So you see that stick letter is not touched. I can erase it. And then I have a fluffy B. Let's try another one. Let's see. Let's do capital L. Stick letter first, and then I'm designing around it. Now I want you to get the basics down first, because I know some of y'all have done lettering with Miss Sackett before and you're good at it. You do not need to practice bubble letters if you're confident. If you're new, if you're beginning level, practice this first, okay? All right, so I've got a fluffy B and a fluffy L, and I can erase the stick letter. Once I get those basics down, then I can go on to change things around. So let me do a Z. And I'll do another A. And I'm going to turn them into fire. So you gotta remember, fire goes up. So I'm going to put this here and make my fire. Flames are going up. And yes, you will have sound effects with Miss Saget. All right, and this is the underside. Flames are going to go up this side. Fire. All right. And of course, this is the underside. The flames are going up. And I'm going to put them on the last side. So now my Z is on fire. And I can do the same for the A. What I need to remember is the inside. And the flames are going up. Boom. This is the underside. Flames are going up. And you notice I don't have to go all the way around the letter at once. I'm lifting my pencil up because I'm doing design work. Sometimes you guys try to do it all in one fell swoop and it doesn't work. Lift your pencil up. Go to a different area. My A is so hot. It's on fire. All right. So now I have Flamin' Z, a Flamin' A. And then you can start to get creative. Then you can turn it into things, okay? Your imagination and your skill level is your limit. Now, on the project, I'm not gonna really wanna see bubble letters. I want you to practice, at least getting fluffy clouds or something, or zigzaggies around them. Something more interesting than just bubble letters, okay? Now, let me turn the letter into something. Let's see, let's do a W. And now I'm going to turn it into a worm or a caterpillar, which basically it's a bubble letter. And I'm driving around. And what I'm going to do is going to give him his head, and I'll give him an eye and a snake tongue. And I'm going to give him a pattern on his body. Now, if this is your real project, you want to be able to erase the cheat. You don't want to see the stick letters when you're done. So I could put a pattern on him. I could stripe him. Now, and this is just practice, because later on what we're going to be doing is practicing actual letters of your name. All right, I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do an N again. All right, and this time I'm going to turn it into a paintbrush. So I'm going to have my paintbrush brush part there. Here's the brush. And the metal ferrule. And the top of the paintbrush, which is a little bigger. And then I'm going to follow my shape. And now my N is a paintbrush. I actually should pull this up a little bit, but this is practice. Okay, now this is just doing lots and lots of letters. You need to do at least 10. Is that how many I have? Yes, I got 10. Need 10. I'm going to write that down. Need 10. And this is worth project practice 20 points. Okay, so that's just practicing lettering, because later on we're going to do some specific letters of your name for your project, but not right now. We're just practicing, getting to know lettering. Moving up. Hey everybody, just getting to do lettering. Okay, so you're not just going to practice. Now after this step, which will be probably next week or Friday, I think next week, then we're going to work on lettering for your name, or a shortened version of your name, because you need, I'd say, about 4 to 6 letters. If you're really talented, you could probably squeeze in 7, but we're going to have stuff in the picture. If you remember when I showed you, I got everything held down because my fan is blowing stuff. There's stuff in the background. So you want to have room for the stuff in the background, because that's part of the grade. You got to have things you like in there. And if your name is too big, because it's 9 letters long, I know you all can come up with a shortened version, like Michael's Mike, Zanaya can be Naya, Jennifer can be Jenny, so on and so forth. And if you're not sure, you know, hey, how can I shorten my name? I can help you out. Now, I know I have a student out there with a 3-letter name. You know who you are. You maybe want to add the starting letter of your last name or something, so you have your 4. Okay? But this is just practice, so first do bubble letters. Got to know how to do that first. Remember, you got to do the stick letter cheat. We design around. That's what makes it look cool. Then start turning them into more creative lettering, like the fluffy cloud lettering. I think one person turned them into sheep. It was so cute. Flaming letters, whatever you can think of, because you're not limited with just by the samples I showed you. That's just stuff I came up with. And this will be a practice grade. But it's also, you know what, important that you know how to take the photos, because you're going to have to submit this by taking a photo of it so I can see and give you feedback. Now, this is our practice, so you want to listen to that feedback before we get to working on our name, because that's going to help you know what you need to fix. Maybe you couldn't erase your stick letter because you used it. In the assignment, I will show you, actually, let me show you some bad samples right now. Hold on. I knew I forgot something. Slide down. Sorry, guys. We're going for a ride. Going for a ride. I hope you can see the picture. I'm sorry if I made you nauseous moving the camera. All right. So, bad example would be, I knew I forgot something. If you use, and it usually looks funny, the stick letter, you can't erase it. So you see, I can't, that original stick letter, I'm not able to erase it. You want to make sure that it's going completely around, all right? And I will have some pictures in the actual assignment showing you the bad examples and showing you how to make the stick letters first and then designing around, but you can also see the stick letters, okay? All right, that's it for now. Oops, I hope you can see that picture.